Welcome back to Anchored Down, Season 2, Episode 3. I'm Ian Larrabee.
And I'm Carter Collins. It's a relatively quiet week in terms of athletics and kind of activities going around the school this week, but this is being filmed on the 9th, and today there's a cross-country home meet.
No, it's not. Not home.
It isn't home
No,
anymore?
I'm not sure where it was. It was at some other golf course, though. But yeah.
Okay, interesting. And then the girls' tennis individuals also take place today.
Yeah. Yeah, the girls had their team sections last week. Again, it was down in Elk River. And then, about halfway through it, they kind of ended up just finishing off because it was raining. But now today is individuals. And I think there's maybe a few girls that have chances of actually making it to state this year, which would be pretty cool for them. Also tonight, it's tonight, so I guess it's kind of whatever. But the C team football plays Grand Rapids here home. They've been doing pretty good so far the past few games.
2 straight wins for them.
Yeah. Good confidence booster, definitely. They'll kind of getting some of those younger programs to be doing well. So they'll play Grand Rapids tonight. Also, there is a home volleyball game. The girls play Marshall. This has got to be one of the
I think it's
last home game. Yeah, girls
Last
kind of an
home
away
game
season this year, so they play that.
And then boys soccer is at Denfeld tonight. Girls soccer also heads down to North Branch here tonight.
Yeah, most sports kind of getting towards the end of the seasons here. Everyone's sort of wrapping up. A couple of them getting just about finished, and then maybe a couple weeks left. So with that too, there's this Friday we have a football game at Mora. It is an away game, so won't be home, and I think that might be the only thing going on this Friday.
That's it till Friday.
Yeah.
That'll be a big game for us.
Yeah, definitely a big game. We have a solid chance of winning and doing well. Did come off of another loss last Friday, but it was against a really solid team, and overall, I think our team did pretty well. Most teams have lost similar scores to ESCO, but
out of their 6 games, they've put 60 up on 5.
Yeah,
so what do you really do there?
But just got to kind of keep on moving on, and definitely looking to get another win though this Friday against Moore. That'd be a good one.
Yep, and then Saturday there's quite a few events going on. The girls have a big swim meet. I don't remember where it was.
True teams, yeah, I'm not entirely
I'm
sure
not sure where
either.
it's being hosted, but
Yeah.
And then all the volleyball teams head down and take on Duluth East. I know the C team was going with them as well.
Yeah.
Down there for the East game. And then that was it for all the sporting events over the weekend too. That takes us into next Monday. The C team football team is home versus I Falls, and that'll be another good game for them. They could honestly probably close out with 2 straight wins here. That'd
Definitely
put them
would
at
be.
4 wins for the season.
Yeah, that'd be pretty solid for them.
And then next Tuesday is cross country. I believe that one might be sections at Proctor. I could be wrong on that, but I think that's what I was told. But don't quote me on that
Right,
one.
you never know. And then lastly, next Wednesday, because it is MEA week next week, our football game, last home game of the year, is going to be against Two Harbors on Wednesday. So that'll kind of be last home game, the last game of the regular season for us. Then we'll move into playoffs where we're guaranteed at least one game, potentially more. But yeah, I mean, it's kind of, like I said, kind of getting to the end of the seasons of most things. It's that quiet time in between the ends of fall sports and then the beginning of winter sports.
Also, to go along with that football game next Wednesday, the theme of the game is going to be colors of cancer, and you can kind of wear what affects you. I know we will be wearing some purple to represent all of the colors. Purple kind of stands alone for all of them, and we're also attempting to put together some fundraising and everything else, and we're asking for donations to raffle off from small businesses. So if you've got something, you can contact one of us and let us know, and we can get it together. Even just a little gift card from a smaller restaurant or anything in town, just to kind of help fundraise towards. Every penny raised goes to the Angel Foundation from the local area, and it goes towards families struggling to pay hospital bills and everything else, as they keep fighting, and we'll be fighting for them on Wednesday.
Right. Yeah. Like you said, that we are going to be wearing purple. I think we might be getting some shirts made as well.
Yep, there will be tackle
But,
pants and shirts.
So there's going to be like a tailgating before the game with free hot dogs and probably some other snacks, maybe drinks. But then, yeah, we're going to be trying to fundraise as much money as we can with maybe some raffles of different prizes, as well as just taking any donations that anyone would want to make. I think they might be putting together some other little like mini games or something like that in order to try and raise money. So, yeah, wear colors to represent anyone that you know or have cared about that has suffered from it, or just again purple covers all cancers, just for awareness and support at that game. So that'll be next Wednesday.
And then now we'd like to thank the Boys and Girls Club. They played a big part in putting on that lip sync battle last Tuesday. That was a really awesome event.
Yep.
And,
Yeah, I got there towards the end of it, but there was honestly a good amount of people in the auditorium watching, but there was some pretty creative things. People were all dressed up in outfits and in some funny acts, and there was in the host. I'm not sure who the people were that are hosting it, but they were pretty funny, honestly, and all their cracking jokes, and it was a pretty good time. But yeah, so thank you to the Boys and Girls Club up here for doing that.
And then a couple things not really sport related, but going around in the town this week. There's an open house at the public utilities. You can go there. It's going to be this Thursday. That would be, the 12th?
Yeah, 12.
Thursday the 12th, and you can kind of tour the plant. There's going to be a presentation there. A lot of stuff going on there. It's open to the public. You can head on over there and kind of see what goes on.
Yeah, I think talking about winter and just kind of being prepared for all of that comes with the lovely winters of northern Minnesota. Even to this past week, it started to wake up to like 30-degree mornings and just cold all throughout the day. We're creeping upon those negative 40-degree weeks that we're always so blessed to have. The snow, I'm sure, is going to start soon enough. Kind of like the snow though.
I like the snow. But
I enjoy the snow, but sometimes having to wake up at 7:30 and negative 40-degree weather just doesn't sit right with me. Yeah, so there's that open house this Thursday. This Saturday, the 14th, at the high school in the auditorium, there's the Roaring 20s Review. So it's marking the 30th anniversary of the Hibbing Foundation, which is a Hibbing Foundation. It donates money and raises money and gives it to all sorts of causes around Hibbing. I think they donated to the auditorium when it was restored. They donate to sports and businesses. And so also this year it's marking the 100th anniversary of the auditorium at the high school. So there's going to be this as well as this spring. I think there's some other festivities happening, but there'll be like music and dancing, and I believe it's free for anyone to go to, but just some events going on there and kind of mark and celebrate our historic school and the auditorium in particular.
That'll start at 7 o'clock this Saturday on the 14th. And then another thing kind of local, the PBS North Sounding Board will be here on Monday the 16th. It is going to take place at Sammy's Pizza at 5 o'clock on Monday. There's free pizza, but you do have to RSVP prior to let them know. So you can give a call and kind of let them know that you'll be showing up there for that.
Yeah, you can call HPAT here. Yep. Just look up the phone number online, or I'm sure it's not too difficult to find. But yeah, so they the PBS North Sounding Board, the ones that run like the PBS channels up north here, and I guess they come up and kind of inquire about what types of shows and programs people like to watch, what they maybe would like to see, or even potentially some things that they're not so keen to liking. Yeah, that's about everything kind of going on around with the school and with just the community. Like I said, it's just just kind of a quiet time right now. Everyone's getting ready for winter time, but that's about it, I'd have to say.
Pretty much.
You can talk about Minnesota getting cold and the Vikings staying kind of cold.
Losing Justin Jefferson for at least the next 4 weeks, that'll take a toll.
Yeah, after losing to the Chiefs there at home. Yeah, losing Jefferson, that's kind of a big one right there.
It is. It might be time to just kind of tank and be prepared for a high draft pick.
Traffic, yeah. Could potentially start saying the same for the Packers now after Jordan Love threw 3 interceptions last night, and no touchdowns.
No touchdowns. Nope.
Yeah, there's some wild things going on this
It
year
has.
in
It's been a
football.
Crazy season.
And then you have the 49ers and the Cowboys. The 49ers are staying undefeated with, what's that, 5-0 now?
Yep. I was a fan of that game.
That was a fun game to watch after they won. What was the final score? 42-10?
42-10,
42-10. They just decided to pick it up in the second half. Really, they were leading, and I think they even said that, like Shanahan was saying, he's like, well, I'll like the 21 points, but I wasn't that impressed with it. I think we can do more. And then they proceeded to score a few more touchdowns. Also, the Twins got the Twins playing right now. What's the series is 1-1 right now, right?
Yep.
1-1. They play again tonight, I believe, this afternoon, and so that they're looking to win, and I'm hoping they can win this first round here. This is a big one. It's pretty cool to have a Minnesota team in that realm of kind of starting towards up championships. I think, was it like the last time the Twins won a playoff game even was like 20 years ago. It was like early 2000s, I think.
It was a while ago, yep.
So yeah, I mean, first in my lifetime that they won a playoff game here. So that's pretty cool to see. We'll be rooting them on. I know even at like practices, I think the coaches sometimes checking the scores of the games there. Yeah, and then the Wild, I think are they in preseason still, or do they actually start the regular season now?
Thursday night.
Yep. Yeah. So winter sports also kind of starting up here. But yeah, I mean, other than that, there's not really
kind of just a silent week this week. Not really much going on.
The Gophers football.
I haven't really. They got blown out by Michigan.
Yeah,
they got destroyed pretty good. Yeah. Kaliamakis, I want to say he was like 5 for 20 something throwing the ball. Yeah, It was a nightmare. Michigan, I want to say it was like, I could be wrong, but I think they scored one. I think it was like 35-7 or something, maybe more.
I think it was something like
bad.
that. I know some people that go down to the U, and they were talking about the game, and they were at the game, and it was a nightmare. It's not the best, but the Gophers have been doing like decent this year.
They're 3-3.
Yeah, they're doing all right. I'd like to see them probably do a little bit better, but that's a tough loss.
Michigan's
think we
a
can
good team.
stand for those big losses. Kind of can be aggressive, but you just come back from them and do better.
New rankings came out too. Oklahoma shot into the top 4 this week.
Really?
Yeah, they upset Texas. They upset Texas. I think it was 34-30. Took them down, and now they're sitting
Close
pretty high.
games. Still rooting for Colorado though. Coach Prime. Coach Prime. Yeah, that's a whole nother story all on its own, man.
It is.
Other than when they got
That
stomped on
Oregon
by
game.
Oregon, they still got some. But then it was it he played USC the next week and they lost by like 4 points, 7 points.
48-41 end score, but they were down by like 30 at half or something. Came all the way back, but
they're solid. They went from being a team that's like not much of anything to
a powerhouse
to doing decent. Yeah, for sure. Same thing I guess you could say with the Lions. Lions this week they went from just
poverty,
losing to turning around towards the end of last season, and then now this season they're starting it off strong.
They are 4-1.
Yeah, that's pretty solid for them.
It is.
Yeah, so that's about all. Like always, we kind of would just like to thank Mrs. Zubich for allowing us to be able to come here with the career academies and with our classes, as well as thanking Hibbing Public Access TV, as well as Ron Werkala for allowing us to come and use this setup and record all this. It's a fun time for us to be able to kind of be creative and make up things like this and do this. We'll be excited to be back next week. So see you next week on Anchor Down.
For over 25 years, U.S. Bank, located at 211 East Howard Street in Hibbing, Minnesota, has provided office and studio space for Hibbing Public Access Television. We are thankful for their ongoing support.